Hi guys, it's me Udav Saraswat. Welcome to another video in the course of Spring Boot. Today we are going to download STS, that is Spring Tool Suite, and we are going to create a Spring Boot project using that. So as we discussed, there are three ways of creating Spring Boot project. First is the Spring Initializer, second is using STS, and third one is using command line. So in this video we are going to look how to create a Spring Boot project using STS. So for that we will first install STS. So we will go to google.com and here we will type download Spring Tool Suite, and here that spring.io links it will be showing, and to the latest version we can click. So for me right now the latest version is 4.11. At the time that you may be downloading it may be increased, so download the latest version, that will always be best. And in that we are having this link spring tools 4 spring.io/tools. This particular website we have to go in that. So the spring tools is also available for visual code, but mostly it is used with Eclipse, so we are going to download the Eclipse one only, and for that we will scroll down, and here is that. So if you're using Linux or Mac OS system, you can download that particular specific version. We are using Windows, so we will download the last link in that. Okay, so it is of around 525 MB. Let it be downloaded, then we will continue. Okay guys, so this 525 MB file is now downloaded, and for to install STS we will first here create a new folder, and we will name it as STS, and let's move this file into this folder, and then we will. So this is a Java executable file. So before installing this particular file, basically it's a compressed version, so you require Java for this to execute this particular jar file. So if you are not having Java installed in your device, you can watch another video on my channel where I have explained how to install Java. So that is the first step we need to do, then only we will be able to install STS. So to install STS we will double click on that. Okay, so it has actually started extracting that particular software. So let us wait till it gets completed. So it's basically a extract only. So no software will be installed. Only this particular jar will get extracted into STS, and that whole installation and all the dependence file, everything will be inside this particular folder only. Yeah, I think it is done now. Spring Tool Suite 4. This is the application file. Let's double click on that. It will take some time to load for the first time, and it will also ask us for the workspace configurations where we want to store our project. So that pop-up will also come. Okay, today it is taking a lot more time than usual. Maybe because you guys are watching. Okay, now it is asking us where we want to store our files. Let us give this particular folder C users HP desktop and do launch. So we can also take that this particular block if you don't want to configure this every time. So we can click on this one, and from the next time it will directly open STS instead of asking us workspace every time. So let's leave it for now. Continue. Okay, here we are. So a brief introduction about what are the tabs and functions which are there in the screen. So this is the package explorer. So when we create a project, it will having some folders, some SRC, source folders, test folders, or anything. Those will be shown here in the package explorer at the left, most left tab, this package explorer. It will show up in here, and then in the middle tab, middle one is the file explorer. So here we will be a Java file, so any files which we will be opening will be open in this particular block. In the right hand side we are having outline, so if we want to check like how what are the methods in that particular class, all those outlines will be there in this particular tab. We will also show that later. So, and this spring boot, so whenever we will run an application, it will run on a port. So for example, by default port 8080 is used. So inside this local it will show, when we run an application it will show that okay, one application is running here, like that it will show us. And this bottom tab is the one where it is showing problems. So if let's say your application is having some compilation problems, so in this particular tab it will show that at this particular line number there is a compilation error in that particular file. Okay, so let's, and this for this particular tab, this is just like this is console view. We can view the console and terminals, and running spring boot applications, debugging spring boot application, all those shortcuts are provided in this particular tab. So we will go to file, new, and spring starter project. Name of our application we will give, let's say, spring first application, spring first app we are going to create, and type will be Maven. So there are Gradle and Maven, two particularly dependency management systems are there, Gradle and Maven. So Gradle is available in Groovy and Kotlin both, while Maven is independent of those. So we will cover the difference between these later on. So let's choose Maven as of now. Packaging we will use jar, and Java version, let us go with 11. So okay, Java up to 20 it is supporting, and we will choose 11. Language Java, group. So this particular format, com.example, this is the way we used to, we are used to define groups, artifacts, and what we say that package names. In this particular format we have to write those things. So it is a standard, like we in Java we do the coding in camel casing. So all those things we have to consider. So similarly for package names we have to follow this particular format. So for example, com dot any name, like let's it's software. So let's say xyz software, and dot, yeah, that is fine, com.xyz software, and artifact is spring first app. Version we can define other version as well. Let it be by default 0.0.1. Okay, demo project for spring boot, that is fine. Package name, okay, so this will be same as a group name, and we will copy this and paste that. So com.xyz software dot demo. Okay, next. Spring boot version we will choose the latest one. Okay, don't go with snapshot ones, they will be unstable ones. Okay, so choose the normal one, whichever is available there. And in this particular block we can select the dependencies. For example, for REST we want to create a REST API, so we want to add spring REST spring web. This particular dependency we need to add. Spring hit OS, we hit OAS we can now load. And other than that we can have spring boot security, spring security, and spring boot dev tools. Okay, these fours we are having as of now, and let's move on. Okay, this is showing from where it is going to download and what is going to happen. So let's go to next. Okay, now it is doing import getting started content. Okay, yeah, now we can see our first application. Great. Yeah, it will take some time, it will download those files and everything, so it is going to take some time. So till it's load, so this is in this package explorer, this is how our application will look like. So if you can see, here is small m written over this particular file icon, m and j. So j denotes it is a Java project, and m denotes that it is a Maven based project. If you remember, in the starting we choose Maven instead of Gradle. So that's why a small m is written over here. So that is what it shows here, and it is loaded now. Okay, so like that, these are the project structure, and these are the files we are having in that. Okay, this project structure we are going to cover in another video. So that's it for now, guys. Go ahead and install STS and get started with your first Spring Boot application, and then let's see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.